Good afternoon, everybody. Well, actually, it's still morning, just about, but I just wanted to come back in here quickly and talk a little bit about texturism. This is part 2 of my black discussions that I shall be having on this channel. I am now committed to talking about black empowerment, like how we can improve our community. So I'll be doing these things as well as doing my little racialisms video. I'll be doing these kind of ones. Now this will just be a quick little 5-minute video. If you have not seen my video on colorism, I shall be linking it down below. However, this one is about texturism because I'm tired of seeing the nonsense that keeps happening. For example, like a person like myself who has type 4 hair, why is it that when you look at advertisements on television, in magazines, type 4 hair is not really represented? It boggles the mind to think in 2018, when the natural hair movement is still going on, that yet type 4 hair is still underrepresented. That doesn't even make any sense. And what also gets on my nerves, what's going to be the main topic, not just type 4 hair, however, people who have their hair in locks. Now that's the main discussion. I may do a part 2 of this as well, mainly focusing on people who have loose hair, but I really wanted to talk about people with locks because even though I don't have them, I've noticed a lot of disrespectful comments from people who don't have them. I mean, you always want to talk about racism and how that impacts us, you know, because white people are oppressing us. However, you don't see the issue with how you address someone who has locks. I mean, it's bad enough that a person who has locks or dreadlocks, whoever you choose to refer to them as, it's bad enough them having to deal with white bullshit, being discriminated against because they have dreadlocks. I mean, even here in the UK, people with dreadlocks used to get arrested. The Rastafarians in the UK used to get arrested just for having dreadlocks because they were seen as criminals. Even in Jamaica, they used to kill people who had dreadlocks, and that's a discussion for another day. And as you can see, recently there was a little girl, I think she was about 5, in Jamaica, who was told she cannot attend school unless her parents cut off her locks, and they refused. And what made it even worse is the fact that Bob Marley, the biggest reggae artist to come out of Jamaica, is the face of Jamaica. Let's keep it real. He's the face of Jamaica, and yet Jamaica is discriminating against little girls who have dreadlocks, telling them they can't go to a Catholic school because unless they cut off their dreadlocks. And I'm just like, that's the little girls, that's like her religion. She's a Rastafarian. I mean, how can you discriminate in a country? You would think that Jamaica, a majority black country, will be more progressive, but no, it's not. And it's also bad enough. I mean, this is the point I'm making. It's black people discriminating against other black people, and this is the point I'm making. I've read comments from black people who have natural hair, and they always want to moan about how people are discriminating against them because of their natural hair, but then in the same breath they're telling people who have dreadlocks that, oh, maybe it's all right for them to just cut off their hair, and that the hair looks nasty and it looks unhygienic. Listen, yeah, I don't mean to be rude, but some of you have blatantly admitted on the internet to not washing your hair for like a good 6 months, but yet you got the fucking cheek to tell somebody who has their hair in locks that their hair is unhygienic. Is your brain actually switched on? Like, come tell me. Come. Is your brain switched on? You don't wash your hair for 6 months at a time, and you got the nerve to come tell somebody that their hair is unhygienic? Just because of the appearance of it. And if you know anything about dreadlocks, you would know that a person who has dreadlocks actually washes their hair quite frequently, because if the locks dry out, then they will break off and it will take out a big chunk of their hair. But yet you got the nerve to be talking mad shit. You don't even have any idea of. I mean, I don't even know everything about dreadlocks, but I do know they do wash their hair frequently. Maybe not when they first get the locks installed. However, it's also known that if you wash your hair more regularly, it will grow more. That's just simple facts, you know, because your hair needs moisture no matter whether it's locks or it's free hair like this. This is just in twists, but you know the point I'm making anyway. If you moisturize your hair, and water is the key moisturizer, your hair will grow, and your hair needs to be washed. Whether it's co-washing, which I don't agree with because my scalp hates it, or using a shampoo, whether that's sulfate shampoo or non-sulfate shampoo. So you need to stop discriminating against people who have locks, especially when you're black yourself. And why is it whenever you see these campaigns on TV talking about natural hair, you don't see any woman or man involved in that campaign who has their hair in locks? And that is really disappointing to me. Why are you excluding them? Are they not black also? Or is it because their hair is not so-called presentable or marketable? You see these disgusting words that is attached to natural hair. It's actually become a stigma, and I don't think people are talking about it enough. They need to be excluded too. They have natural hair too. They probably have the most natural hair, because if you leave your hair the fuck alone, it will lock all by itself. Well, I know my hair would, because, you know, if I leave it alone, it would just tangle up on each other, and I can't be bothered. But yeah, but I personally love locks. I plan to lock my hair up in the future, probably like by December 2019. I plan to be locked up. So texturism is a major issue. Type 4 hair is not represented enough, and people who have locks, whether that's free-form locks, sister locks, micro locks, they're not represented at all in the natural hair movement. Let's keep it 100. You literally have to search for them on YouTube to find them, because when you see ads on TV and in magazines, you're not seeing them. You're barely seeing type 4 hair. And when you do see a natural hair woman, why is it that a light-skinned woman, well, light-skinned or biracial woman is always seen as the go-to for representation? There are dark-skinned women who have loose curly hair. There are light-skinned women who have type 4 hair. You need to be inclusive of everybody. Don't discriminate because you don't like when it happens to you, so you don't need to be doing it as well. But yeah, those are my little thoughts. So let me know down below what you think about the natural hair movement. Is it actually inclusive as much as it says it is? What do you think about people with locks? And stay blessed and stay black.